Hey, how you doing? Pat here. You know the old expression, every journey starts with the very first step. Well, today it's June 30, approximately 8:24 a.m. I'm just outside of Norwalk, Ohio, and here I am taking the first step on my Alaskan journey. The goal, Prudhoe Bay. We'll see if that happens. Who knows? Lots of things could stop me, Mother Nature, me, breakdowns. You never know, but that is my goal. Don't know how many episodes this is going to be, but I've got 45 days off of work to get it done. If you want to see what happens, stick around, stay tuned. If you haven't already, mash that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and a like. I'd appreciate it. Alright, let's get this journey going. Decided to stop for fuel, even though I don't really need it yet, but just cruising on the interstate. 31.3 mpg. That kind of blows. Well, there we are, Indiana. Okay, word of warning, at about mile marker 23 here in Indiana, heading west, there was nobody at the cash booth. Everything was automated. I had a hard time getting the ticket to scan. It cost me $10 to cross the entire state of Indiana by motorcycle. Well, this is lovely. I stopped to get gas 20 miles before the Indiana-Illinois border. And traffic was smooth, and now as soon as I get out of the rest stop, this. You gotta love it. Yeah, even mention the city of Chicago, and it's traffic, traffic, traffic. Well, welcome to Wisconsin. I missed the Illinois border one due to traffic, but that's okay. In case you ever wondered what the world's largest Culver's restaurant looked like, and I know you did, because I didn't either. There it is. I haven't been on one of these forever, and I need to get off the bike. Welcome to historic Menominee, Wisconsin. I'm not sure what's historic about it because I've never been here before, but we're getting ready to crash for the night. Alright. Here it is about 8 p.m. Ohio time, 7 p.m. local time here in Wisconsin. I made it to my super wonderful Motel 6. We'll keep the light on for you. I'm whooped, and to day one, that was about 700 miles. About 1.5 more days of interstate, and I get to Canada, and the real adventure begins. Alright, morning of day 2. Slept like crap. I'm always jealous of the YouTubers that say, oh, I slept great. I got up at 4 something local time, which is like 5 something my time, but I just never sleep good in a hotel. But anyway, today's just another yuck travel day. Heading to Glendive, Montana, I think it is, so probably won't be a whole lot of video today either. Well, there's the sign. Goodbye, Minnesota. Hello, North Dakota. Yes, the wind noise is really that loud. I have my microphone in a windshield and under tape, and it still is this loud at interstate speed. Give you some brief glimpses here of the Painted Canyon. Reminds me of the Badlands. What a great way to end North Dakota. The last 10 miles have been like this. Welcome to Montana. Almost missed the sign. And it wouldn't be the first one I missed. Alright, start of day 3 here. I'm at the Glenville Lodge in Glenville, Montana. This has been a great little place. It's like 4 in the morning local time, but my body still thinks it's 6 a.m. Ohio time. Right next door is a restaurant that was decent that I stopped at, like CC's Family or something like that. you're in the area, so far so good. It's been worth the stop. All right, good morning. Welcome to day 3. Oh, hey, mirror's all out of whack again. Today I am leaving Glendive, Montana. Woohoo! I get a train, even though it's not moving. Oh, I think I'm starting to go stir crazy, and it's only day 3. I wish I would have clocked it, but this train has been going for miles. I've been averaging 75 miles an hour on this road. I have to slow down for the town of Ulanzi here. But there's no end in sight. They just break it up for the different roads and field accesses. I hope I can get this on video. Love it. Okay, I just had to stop and get this on film. I've seen a bunch, and so far, this is by far the coolest of all of them. I'm on 200S going north, even though they call it a west road here in Montana. Just getting ready to come into the town of Circle. This is freaking awesome. Alright, Antelope was standing on the road. Maybe I should keep the camera on. I haven't been doing that on this trip, but now that I'm out in the middle of nowhere, it's the first antelope I've seen since 2013 when my daughter and I were out here. This has been an awesome road. Yes, it's perfectly straight, but the wildlife, the trains, the scenery have just been wonderful after 2 days of sheer boredom on the interstate. Okay, now I understand what the motorcycle advisory sign was. I couldn't read it back there. The road is gone. We are on our first gravel of the trip. Okay, if you make it out here, you've got to stop at the Summit Corral. The lady inside the server was beyond awesome. Super friendly, full of knowledge of the local area, and even parts of Canada where I'm getting ready to go. 36 Highway 200. If you're in the neighborhood, there's gas, there's food, but nothing else for a while. You need to stop here. This was an amazing stop. I got French toast and coffee. It was $7, and this is, what is today? Today is Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. Oh, the smell of the fresh cut hay. And you've got to be kidding me. I have been on this road for probably 200 miles now. And this is the first stop sign I've seen. Oh, shoot. This is funny. I don't know what these people are waiting on, but yeah. in the town of Browning now. I'm gonna stop, take a break, get some gas. We're not far from Glacier National Park, and the sign says you still got to register your vehicle if you want to, or pre-registered if you want to go visit the park. That's just crazy, but I thought you'd like to know. We're gonna stop up here at the Exxon and take a break, get some gas, so I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. And then, this is what happens when you get tourists that buy these mammoth things and don't know how to drive them. Hopefully nobody got hurt. Wow. Unfortunately, somebody did get hurt. Okay, that was easy. They give you a code, you just put it in, and here you are. What a cool little place. It even smells good in here. It doesn't smell like a hotel. Got a shower, bathroom. That's all I need. It's pricey, but for one night, it's worth it. Okay, let's try this handheld. I would like to say one thing about their parking here. Even though I do have an adventure bike, it is really good parking. It's mostly flat. This area is pretty flat. You do have a little bit of drop off there and there, but I really had no problem turning the bike around by hand. So I think you cruiser riders, touring bike riders, I think you'll be okay too. It's like, I don't know, 5 in the morning here and it's already starting to get late, and I know GoPro doesn't do so well in the low light. I'm trying to be really slow so I don't have a problem, but officially It's not daylight until 5:42 is the sunrise. But like I just said, if you look, that's the east basically. It is already starting to get fairly light at 5 a.m. You just gotta love it when people block the driveway, don't you? I mean, how rude. Could have pulled off to the side where another car could get by. But anyway, this is the place. And I'll give you one last tour. Here's my cool little cabin. It was $177 US. I stayed here July 2nd into today, Monday, July 3rd. I'm sure depending on the time of year, it will be cheaper and more expensive, but I'm here probably the worst time of year because, as everybody knows here in the States, July 4th tomorrow is a holiday, so a lot of people, like myself, have today off from work as a holiday, but I'm on vacation anyway, so I get to do a little bit of both. It's like getting a free day of vacation. Let me give you one last tour on the inside, and this place, again, 5 stars. If I had to deduct anything, can I get some more light in here? Yeah. If I had to deduct anything, it would be the fact I could not turn the porch light out, because even though it's like 50 degrees out right now, according to the old internet, I like to sit outside in the dark and have my morning coffee. Speaking of which, the coffee here was outstanding. I munched some cookies last night, had some oatmeal this morning. Again, thank you very much. I like the artwork. That unit was fine. I'm a crazy light sleeper, so I have a hard time sleeping anywhere other than at home. Well, my sleep was terrible, but that's just me. It was very, very quiet. Nobody was loud. Nobody was obnoxious. I didn't even have my earplugs in. I would say, if I'm going to nitpick again, just one last super nitpick, and that's because I believe in going to bed early and getting up even earlier. It would have been nice to have a blackout shade for these, just to kind of kill the light in here, because I'm used to being up at 3 a.m. in the morning to go to work. So I'm usually going to bed in the daylight. But today I'm going to have to layer up a little bit, because baby, it's cold outside. Oh, gives me a good chance to try this new coat that was given to me by a wonderful gentleman by the name of Bob Post, who owns Machine Tool Solutions out of Columbus, Ohio. No, this is not a sponsored video. I just joked with him and said I would do that because he's like, here, you gotta wear this. This thing is super awesome. It's really warm. I'm like, okay. But honestly, I work with a man. He's awesome. Respect the hell out of him in his business. So, hey, if you need a machine tool in here in Columbus, Ohio, period, call Machine Tool Solutions. I know, I shouldn't be doing a plug, but it's fun. That's what YouTubing's all about, right? Having some fun. All right. Next stop is the border crossing here, just about, I don't know, 20 miles up the road. I'm just 9 miles south of Eureka Springs, Montana. All right, see you in Canada, I hope. There's some more deer. I've already seen probably close to a dozen. And I've not even been on the road 2 miles yet. And I'm just creeping because it's 41 degrees. I'm trying to get the bike to warm up. And there's cattle. Oh, they're behind the fence, okay. And it's really early. I don't want to hit a deer. Or antelope. Or anything else. I'm trying to get the bike up to temperature. Oh, by the way, I know may not show up, but right there on that, you can see the bird maybe against the skyline, but that's a bald eagle that was up in there yesterday. Well, look at that, would you? That is a first for me. Wow. Another reason to putt this early in the morning. Well, in my best Itchy Boots impression I can ever do, welcome to Canada! I am now officially an international writer. It's the first time I've been in Canada since you needed a passport, and then that was just Niagara Falls where everybody goes. Now I gotta get used to kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour, which, that's a complaint I have of BMW. Why can't I, you know, switch this over? There's more elk. boy, can you smell that? The skunks in Canada smell the same as the skunks in the United States. Wow. I know you can't see it yet, but there's Mama. Wow. Boy, I gotta keep my head on one hell of a swivel today. I mean, there's a whole frickin' herd on that side and on that side. Holy crap, hippopotamus. Wow. Yeah. Alrighty then. Wow. Another reason I like to get on the road crazy early, if you want to see wildlife, you're better off in the morning, in my experience, versus the afternoon. Now, late evening as well, but I don't like to be out late evening. Yeah, I got the sun at the wrong angle right now, but hey, you can only do what you can do while you're here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I am in avalanche country, though, is what the sign said. Holy moly. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, as I'm approaching Banff here, I thought I had to buy a park pass, but the kind young lady back there, since I'm just passing through on my way to Calgary, that I don't need to buy a park pass. So, in case you need that information, you have it, and hopefully the rules don't change. It is so hard not to record every second. There's a waterfall coming down that mountain right there. I don't know if it'll show up or not, but all the water's been teal blue like this. I just had to stop, get a better look. Speed limit's 90 kph. I've been doing 95 and everybody's just flying by me. Well, welcome to Alberta, my second Canadian province I've ever ridden a motorcycle in. Third province ever being in. I know it won't show up on GoPro, but that's a cool mountain formation right there. Another waterfall right there that'll never show up on camera. We'll try to zoom in. And then my first Canadian train. I'm on the Trans-Canada Highway right now. I'm assuming this is Canadian version of an interstate. What's surprising is the speed limit's only 90 kph, which is about, what, 55 miles per hour? In the States, this would be anywhere from 65 to 80 miles per hour, depending on where you are and what state. I'm surprised the speed is so slow. Whatever. I got time.
Alright, I gotta give a special huge shout out here to Blackfoot Motorsports. They got me in today with no appointment, no nothing, for a quick oil change because I had made arrangements with an independent that fell through. And then later in the trip, 6,000 some odd 100 miles later, I called them on a Monday. They got me in on a Saturday for another oil change on my way home. If you're in Calgary, look these guys up. They've got a great selection, great service department. Kudos and thank you, Blackfoot Motorsports.
Happy 4th of July to all of my U.S. viewers. I left Calgary a couple of hours ago and I'm just getting ready to get back into the Banff area. As you can see, the Rockies are ahead. Let's find out what today has to bring. Okay, I think this is kind of cool. They're actually making this for the wildlife so they can safely cross the road. Oh, and by the way, of course I didn't have my camera on because somehow I went to bed with a full battery, got up with an empty battery, and no, I didn't leave it on. I saw my first wild moose shortly after I got out of the Calgary city limits. And that dark line right there, that's a waterfall. I do believe that's what that wildlife crossing is going to look like I showed just a little bit ago when it's all said and done. Kind of a cool way to do business, I think. I can get that glacier up there on camera without running these people in front of me because I'm not paying attention. I got off the Canadian Transcontinental Highway, Highway 1. I am back on Highway 93. There was a toll booth back there that was mandatory. No big deal. Me alone on a motorcycle is $10.50 Canadian. I've paid worse tolls. But just so you know, this is a toll road. I told her I was just headed west of Jasper. She's like, you gotta pay anyway? I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I'm easy. You're in avalanche country. This is when you know you're being a bad tourist. I'm in no hurry, but that white car up there is holding everybody up. Speed limit's 90 Ks. He keeps speeding up, slowing way down. Everybody needs to slam on the brakes. Don't be that kind of a tourist. Get out of the way if you're holding people up. Look at the glacier up there. Is that why this is the Icefields Parkway? Probably. That looks like super bad tourists got off the road. That guy wasn't happy. But that is being a terrible tourist. When you're doing half of the speed limit and you can pull off in multiple places and you don't. I hope I'm getting this on camera, but look at all that. That is freaking awesome. Gotta be that guy. Just gonna let the camera run because it looks pretty cool here on the map. Big glacier. It says Bridal Veil Falls. Not a very unique name. Check that out. Alright, I am back on the Canadian highway, I guess, but this is number 16. Just left Jasper. Had a really nice pizza lunch at the Bright Spot Family Restaurant as soon as you get into the Jasper there. Got there when they were dead, left when they were jumping. So timed it pretty well. Well, I just passed into British Columbia, Canada. Another province to check. And I just passed the time zone. I don't know if you want to call it gain or loss an hour. No longer 2:19, it's now 1:19. Stay put. Stay put. Or go up the hill. Either way, I'm good with it. We are going to turn south up here on Route 5 to Vail Mount. Well, I have seen a low of 30 mpg on this trip, but now a high of 50 mpg on this trip. Hey, how you doing? Pat here. Well, welcome to Wednesday morning, July 5th, I think it is. I'm just creeping out of town, kind of getting a bike to warm up. It's a wonderful 43 degrees today. But that's okay. I expected this. Speaking of which, I need to get my grip heaters turned on because I got my middleweight gloves on for comfort. Let me get those turned on. And we are maxing them out. And I'm doing a whopping 35 mile per hour or 55 kph. Speed limit 70 right now. Just thought I'd say hi, how you doing? Oh, there's the speed limit sign. We're going to get up to 90. Woohoo! Yeah, 90 is about 55 miles per hour for United States people. Close enough anyway. All right, we're headed to we're headed to Smithers, which is, let me think, northwest of here, British Columbia for the night. I found a really cheap motel. Hopefully they don't have bed bugs. Because, yeah, if I put it in the video or not, but I said yesterday, these cold temperatures like this right now are a little bit colder than I want to camp in. If I have to, that's different. I will. I don't want to. I'm old, I'm a wuss, and my back hurts. And I'm fogging up. One super negative of this Harai XD4 helmet. Anyway, you ever notice I say anyway too much? But, alright, let's go. I'll try to zoom in, but there goes the bear. First one of the trip, British Columbia, Canada. It is 6:02 local time, June Oh, June, listen to me. July 5th, 9 o'clock Ohio time. Here I am on the outskirts of McBride on Route 16, and there's no fuel for the next 200 kilometers. I'll be alright. I got 266 miles worth of range. I think 200 kilometers is about 120, 130 miles, something like that. But kind of a cool sign. So basically Prince George is the next fuel stop. Been on the road almost 3 hours this morning. There's the massive town of Prince Edwards. Looks like a huge rail hub, yard, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, definitely a big rail yard over there. I'm sure it won't show up on GoPro, it's too far away. I said Prince Edward, didn't I? It's not Prince Edward, it's Prince George is the name of the town. Dum-dum. Check out that rail bridge. There's the sign for it, Prince George. Now that I can say it right. Just entered Vanderhoof, British Columbia, and according to the sign, it's the geographical center of the province. Interesting fact. Well, pretty uneventful day, not much really worth recording. We're just coming into the town of Smithers where I'm going to spend the night, but looks like I made it back to the base of the Rockies. A lot of today was just like lowland pines, which reminded me of being in West Virginia. Alright, I'm going to take a break for the rest of the day, and we'll see you in the morning.